Now from the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10.
Right now at 6, the journey begins. The days of leaving for Thanksgiving on Wednesday are long gone.
Travel's well underway for many, but if you're leaving later, we have some hacks that will be very helpful. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. A lot to cover tonight, but we're going to begin with Thanksgiving travel and the onslaught.
Millions of people are already on the move across Hampton roads and the nation, really. In all, AAA says another record is in the works, with nearly 80 million Americans heading somewhere this week. In Virginia, about 2 million people will be traveling, most of them by car, but some by plane.
A lot of that extra travel is being fueled literally by lower gas prices, significantly lower than we saw last year. The national average for gas is $3.06 a gallon here at Hampton Roads, currently $2.86. Last year, this time, we were higher locally than the national average is today. So with all those extra drivers out there this week, when should you stay and when should you go?
Important questions. We're on your side with the Thanksgiving travel tips you need. Sit on your side's Madison Pierman is our traffic expert, of course. You got a little background in that, Madison. Talk to us about it.
Just a slight background. Yeah, former traffic anchor, but now giving you some good news here for the roads. Again, people are rushing out the door to try to get to this turkey, but there are good times and there are bad times to leave. I caught up with AAA today and a couple people at Wawa to get their tips and tricks for how to get out the door and some good timing.
I'm going to try to leave around noon and then come back maybe 6 in the evening. Hopefully most of the traffic will be gone by then.
Drivers like David Archer from Portsmouth already have their game plan in place for Thanksgiving. Regardless of where you're headed, though, you can expect some delays. AAA is predicting a heavily traveled holiday.
AAA is really expecting and looking forward to a banner year this year on the roads and travel for Thanksgiving holiday.
Holly Dalby with AAA tells me it all comes down to the timing when you hit the roads.
Get on the road in the morning, really before 10, 11 o'clock in the morning to get to your destination. If you have to wait until later in the day, AAA recommends you wait until 6 o'clock in the evening, till after rush hour, because the roads are going to be packed.
Packed with people who are understandably having a million thoughts behind the wheel. But Dalby says when you're on the road, focus on the task at hand and look out for first responders.
Remember, if you see flashing lights of any kind on the side of the road, you need to slow down and move over to give those people some safety and some space so they can get to their destination and enjoy their holiday safe and sound as well.
She says that way everyone can have a truly happy Thanksgiving. And you don't want to be the reason anybody's feathers are ruffled this holiday season. So again, remember those times to leave. If you need a double check, you can head to wavy.com for the best times to head out the door and when to pack up those leftovers and leave with less traffic. For now, that's the latest here in Portsmouth. I'm Madison Pierman, 10 on your side.
Madison, thank you so much. The other trick this week, dodging those raindrops.
Especially if you're not driving until Thanksgiving Day itself. How are things looking if you are heading out early, though? Let's bring in our Chief Meteorologist, Jeff Edmondson, with a look at our forecast. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, we're looking okay as we go into the next couple of days, but there could be a little rain that we'll be tracking tomorrow across our area. Temperatures tomorrow are likely going to be in the 60s across our area, but you can see the icons on here, a little bit of rain popping up into the region. So a weak front comes in, could bring us a couple of showers for tomorrow. Right now, temperatures, they are cooling back down. It was warmer earlier today. Temperatures were in the upper 60s. Now we're at 50 in Newport News, 52 degrees in Hampton, 51 degrees in Chesapeake right now. It was cold early this morning, but tonight, since we have some thin clouds and maybe some thicker clouds arriving by tomorrow morning, we're not going to see our temperatures drop into the 30s as we start the day tomorrow. So temperatures likely in the 40s and low 50s across our area. We'll see our temperatures climb into the 60s then tomorrow afternoon. So still warming up a bit with some sunshine, a little bit of sun in the morning, but a lot of cloud cover and some rain in the forecast too. So this is the line of rain that's moving in. It's not very impressive looking right now, just a couple of scattered showers throughout Ohio, Indiana, also into Kentucky. But as that line gets closer, we'll probably get a little rain tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be in the 60s coming up tomorrow, maybe upper 60s at times. There's some colder air looming on that 7-day. I'll show you that coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Jeff. A reminder, too, have that Wavy weather app on your phone all the time for the latest from Super Doppler 10. Have the location on to check conditions wherever you may be going for this holiday as well. Also tonight, officials are keeping a close watch on an underground fire at a busy shopping area.
That fire is now in its third day of burning without an end in sight. It's still going. The issue is under a parking lot at Williamsburg Premium Outlets. The fire has caused the collapse of that lot. Needless to say, there's the danger, but it'll also get a lot more crowded there come Black Friday. They got to fix this. Telling Your Side's Deja Parker is live there now. And Deja, last we talked, there was still smoke coming up. You can see the flames behind you now.
That's right, Aisha. Smoke is still billowing out of the ground here at the Premium Outlets. This is day 3, like you said, of the fire, and there are flames still erupting through the concrete. Now, the parking lot collapsed on Saturday. Let's take a look at this video that we have here. You can still smell the smoke in the air, and firefighters are still here on scene. The fire started underground before collapsing the parking lot. James City County says plastic in the underground stormwater chamber caught on fire. The chamber holds stormwater runoff from the parking lot of the outlets. Electricity in the local area is still off, and the air in the area is being monitored and is currently in the normal range. We spoke to a local who says this is concerning.
I was very shocked. This is the sort of things that you see on the news and never really expect to actually happen where you frequent. Especially, I also live around the block from here, so it's concerning, and the fact that it's still going on is a little bit more concerning, that everything is business as usual when this is less than a mile away.
The Environmental Protection Agency is still investigating the air, and we'll have more on the fire coming up at 6:30. The cause of the fire remains unknown. Live in Williamsburg, I'm Deja Parker, 10 on your side.
All right, delicate situation there in Williamsburg. New tonight from Portsmouth, a Churchland High School teacher is on administrative leave after an accusation made on social media. School officials can't comment on the scope of the accusations, but in a letter to families, school officials say Child Protective Services and police were contacted about the matter. Counseling is also being made available to students. The full letter is posted now on Wavy.com.
The Navy has charged a sailor at Naval Weapons Station Yorktown in the death of a fellow sailor. Master-at-Arms 3rd Class Lyndon Cosgrove Flax was killed during an incident on the York River back in April involving a harbor security boat. Officials say the 22-year-old fell overboard. The military isn't naming the sailor until charges are referred, and that means they must go to court-martial. Those charges include negligent homicide.
And a follow-up now to a weekend police standoff in Norfolk. 10 on your side has now learned that 5 people were arrested in Sunday's incident. This all began yesterday morning with a report of shots fired on Cape Henry Avenue. 7 people were taken into custody initially, but 2 were released. The 5 remaining were charged with discharging a gun in public. They are in the Norfolk jail tonight. No one was hurt.
Well, the spirit of the season is alive and well when it comes to helping others.
Ahead on Wavy News 10 at 6, the NFL star who's making sure others have a good Thanksgiving dinner.
Plus, gobbling up your money. The cost of Thanksgiving is skyrocketing in some areas, but dipping in others. The pricey plan for that family meal later at 6. And in sports, the Commanders tried to regroup after another tough loss.
That certainly was. And Jeff, with that all-important forecast for anyone making plans for Thanksgiving week, all as we continue on this Monday night.
From the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 at 6.
A big thank you to everyone who pitched in for this past weekend's Mayflower Marathon food drive. The Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia collected enough food, get this, for some 914,000 meals. That's 150,000 more than last year. The Hampton Roadshow was proud to partner with several local businesses for this year's food drive as well. But the generosity doesn't stop with the Mayflower Marathon.
No, it doesn't. Plenty of families got a hot meal for the holiday this morning in Hampton. 10 on your side at Darling Stadium for the annual food giveaway, thanks to the Tyrod Taylor Foundation. Taylor was a standout at Hampton High School and Virginia Tech. He's now quarterback with the New York Jets, and his family took time out to help people in need. and get a good Thanksgiving meal in the process. The family teams up with Kroger in this effort, and they promise to be out there again next year to help the community.
Always such a good event. I've been out there a few times. Next at 6, is Thanksgiving a budget buster for your family? We're crunching the numbers on the centerpiece of the next holiday gathering after the break.
And some holiday rain in Jeff's 7-day forecast. How much and when will it get here? The latest when we come back.
From the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 at 6.
Sometimes gratitude comes at a price. Putting together a traditional Thanksgiving dinner can be expensive for the average family.
About $58 for a family of 10. That is down 5% from last year. But as Sit on Your Side's Karina Garcia shows us, dinner is still gobbling up budgets across the country.
That price drop may sound like relief, but that price is still nearly 20% higher than just 5 years ago. As inflation continues to weigh on family, we set out to find where you can save this holiday season and the challenges many are still facing.
There is a very heavy societal pressure to have a big family gathering with all of the Thanksgiving and the turkey and all of the accoutrements, right? And it's an American tradition, right? So we feel the need to do that. We struggle every year to meet that need.
At $5.80 per person, the classic Thanksgiving dinner is a small relief compared to last year's high. But it's not just the numbers that tell the story. It's the reality for families like those here at Oasis Social Ministry.
So far this year, because of the kindness and generosity of our community, we've provided 165 families with not only their regular pantry needs, but also everything they need for a Thanksgiving meal.
Kathy Davis says grocery costs are hitting the food bank hard. Donations are down because local families who normally give are struggling themselves. And they are not alone. Shoppers like Susie at Walmart say the weight of inflation is hard to ignore.
It's just the two of us. We don't have to have fancy meals. But I want my grandchildren to have a nice Christmas, a nice Thanksgiving. I never seen prices like this before.
The other day I came in here and I had 3 bags of groceries, those little plastic ones, and I was out $120.
Still, there are ways to stretch your budget. Stores like Aldi are offering a full Thanksgiving meal for $10 at just $47, with everything from staples like turkey to pumpkin pie. And now Walmart's inflation-free holiday meal is back this year, serving 8 for just over $50. Kroger also lets shoppers build a customized, budget-friendly feast with discounted Thanksgiving staples.
Every different store is going to have a different set of promotional items that comes through. Some of them have family bundles. Some of them where you need to spend so much to get a free turkey. I've seen those around too.
Turkey at just $1.68 a pound is down 6% from last year. But be prepared to spend more on stuffing and dinner rolls, which saw an 8% increase. And cranberries, they are up 12%, as reported by the American Farm Bureau Federation. For families like those at Oasis Social Ministry, the cost is more than dollars and cents.
We have seen a significant increase in young families, so both parents work, they have children that are in school, but it's just not coming together for them. So if we can supply them with a Thanksgiving meal and everything they need for that sit-down family togetherness tradition that is American, that brings us together as family, then we've lightened their load a bit.
So as you prepare your holiday feast, remember planning ahead and knowing where to shop can save you big this year. For more tips and full breakdowns of costs plus details on the American Farm Bureau Federation Thanksgiving Report, visit wavy.com. Karina Garcia, 10 on your side.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.
And I believe the time to start thawing the turkey has already begun. I'm not quite sure on the timing of that. I don't know. I usually don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I'm usually more of a rack of ribs kind of person, but that's a whole nother story. Let's talk about our forecast for tonight. We have some clouds that are moving in from the west, thin clouds that are out there right now. We'll see more clouds and some of this rainfall moving tomorrow. Right now, it's not very healthy looking, just kind of a big zone of some scattered showers from West Virginia that extends all the way to the west into the other states that you see on the map here. So far, pretty quiet. Here's a view from Cape Charles. The sun has clearly set for a long time now. There was a nice glow on the horizon earlier, but it's turned pretty dark. 69 was the high temperature today, 10 degrees above the average high of 59 degrees. No rainfall today for the month. We have a deficit of an inch. And again, now I think 4 months in a row, we're ending our month with a deficit of rainfall. 450 was a sunset today. We'll see our temperatures tomorrow be similar to what we had today. Could be a little cooler across our area, but I still believe we'll see temperatures in the 60s coming up tomorrow. Right now, our temperatures are in the 40s, 50s across Hampton Roads, and also on the Eastern Shore, you're at 47 degrees, 56 degrees Virginia Beach, 57 degrees in Elizabeth City. Scattered showers expected tomorrow as the front moves in and a little line of some rainfall. 66 degrees Kitty Hawk, 69 degrees in Elizabeth City tomorrow, 68 degrees in Gatesville. Some scattered showers mostly in the morning. We might see a little rain linger until around 1 o'clock into areas across Virginia. 66 Virginia Beach and also at the ocean front. For Gloucester, 68 degrees also Newport News. So let's look ahead into the future with Future Track and time out that rainfall coming up for tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, we're starting to see the rain appear on the map at around 7 o'clock. So we see a couple of showers moving in from the west at that time. We see a few showers between 7 and 10 a.m. in the Hampton Road cities, Eastern Shore, maybe a little rain into northeast North Carolina during the morning. Pretty light to maybe moderate rain is what I would expect tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1, there's not much left. It's already starting to move out of the area. We'll see drier air starting to move in during the afternoon then. So by 5, there's not as much rain left. Still some stubborn clouds. Those clouds will start to break apart a bit tomorrow night. And then for Wednesday morning, we should have sunny skies as the day starts. Now, this is the deal, though, for Wednesday. While we have winds out of the north, that'll mean cooler temperatures. A lot of thin clouds in the area. Wednesday will be rain-free. So if you're doing your travels on Wednesday by car regionally, you should be just fine across our area. Thursday morning, though, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, and here comes the rainfall. We'll have rain as the day starts. We'll have some scattered showers into the afternoon, likely on Thursday. So as you're watching the Thanksgiving Day parade, in the morning, we'll have a rainy morning. So it's a perfect morning just to sit inside, grab a blanket, let the parade go on. It'll be fun to watch. Into the early afternoon, there's still some scattered showers towards the evening, Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We're still seeing rainfall across our area. Models are painting a picture around an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. We need every drop, so that's actually a good thing just coming on Thanksgiving this year. For Black Friday, if you're doing shopping as tradition on that day, if that's your family tradition, you're going to have drier weather likely by the afternoon. Temperatures will be in the 40s only for the weekend. Sunday, only 47 degrees.
All right, Commanders' concerns. It's starting to get kind of serious, right? What the players are saying after the wild finish yesterday in Landover against the Cowboys. Sports Wrap is next. Stick around.
The 4th Thursday in November, it's the day America gives thanks. At News Nation, we give thanks to all Americans as we remember our loved ones and this great country we call home. News Nation is news for all Americans. Find us now at joinnn.com. Then just enter your zip code to get News Nation. News for all Americans.
All right, welcome back. How about Joe Gibbs and Jay-Z in attendance yesterday at the Cowboys-Commanders game? And both of them got to see one of the most wild games in the NFL season so far. The sort of divisional rivalry game where you truly throw the records out the window. Depending on where your fandom falls, you were either thrilled or distraught because of the result of this one. But one thing everyone that watched was entertained. Now, not so much the first 3 quarters of the game, but the end of it. 41 combined points in the fourth quarter, 4 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes of the game. The ultimate what in the heck moment is going on. What in the heck is going on moment after the 89-yard touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin with 21 seconds left, and Washington trailed by 1. Kicker Austin Seibert had his second PAT attempt of the day blocked. It would have tied the game and most likely forced overtime, but it was Dallas that ended up with a 34-26 win.
We were still fighting, even though we were playing not great football to the end. Just back and forth, just really wacky ending. We're not there's no waiver in the guys. There's still belief in one another.
We had opportunities, even through all the craziness that happened, we had opportunities to execute at the end, and we didn't do it. And so we got to do that. And I'm confident in all these guys in here, and the coaching staff, everybody. I believe that we'll figure it out.
I told him 3 months in and nothing's been decided, and like that absolutely fires me up. And you can talk of standards in good times, but now is the time where culture and what you're about is really defined.
Commanders are off tomorrow. They'll hit the practice field on Wednesday and host the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. The Sunday night game in Los Angeles between the Eagles and Rams was the Saquon Barkley show. What did he do? Well, he only accounted for 302 total yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 255 yards rushing. That's 9th most all-time in single-game NFL history. And he was the catalyst for a 37-20 Philly win. It was actually their 7th win in a row after starting the season 2-2.
It goes up front. The guys up front did an excellent job. We went in the half knowing that we were laying on them, and the run game was going to pop open. So just continue to trust in the scheme, trusting those guys, and they make me look a lot better out there. I got a fresh start. I'm around a great group of guys. The whole organization is amazing from top to bottom, and welcomed me in with open arms. So I'm having fun. I'm ready to go out there and continue to play at a high level and get ready for next week.
Eagles in Baltimore next week to face the Ravens. He had 2 70-yard rushing touchdowns in the game. I think it was like the first time in an NFL game since 2004 or something that's happened.
Are you not entertained?
It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, wild.
I'm entertained by that.
Yeah, right.
That was the best impression I got. That's all you get from me today.
Got to see that movie. You saw it?
Yeah, of course. My dad made me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
I'm gonna see
you
it.
know?
I'll see it this next weekend or something.
Oh, you're talking about the new one?
The Gladiator. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Entertainment.
I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, you're not entertained?
No, I didn't.
Forecast.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see the forecast. Yeah, we have some clouds across our area, some rainfall in the forecast for tomorrow morning. Should be drying out tomorrow afternoon. 59 degrees for the high on Wednesday. Thursday, we're looking at some rainfall. I'll be on our newscast at 6:30 on Fox 43 with more on that forecast.
And that's entertainment.